Hi. That is not a storm. That's fireworks. It's 4th of July. And yay for that. And you can't see the fireworks from here. Not these ones. I can see them. Well, you can imagine them. So you can just pretend that there's fireworks up there. And because unless you haven't seen fireworks, then I guess you might still be able to do it. Anyway, so yeah, it's nice out here. Yeah, obviously it's July because I just said it was the 4th of July. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to name this podcast something. So, ooh, there's some. The Midnight Blues. That's gonna be the name of it. Which is woo. Here we go. There they go. So, yeah, the Midnight Blues. That's. Isn't it funny how the universe works? It's hilarious sometimes. Midnight was one of my nicknames. Blues was like my first cool nickname. And so yeah, the Midnight Blues, and I like the blues. Beck. Hey, have you not seen Futurama? The Bectionary, man. Bectionary. Anyway. Hit the deck! They popping off. Hey. I'm the type of dude. Like, do not go into that neighborhood. Don't do it. It's really bad over there. Don't go out there. I'm gonna go out there and be myself and that's all I gotta do. I mean, hey, just be yourself. Which is, when you think about it, pretty like that. This is what I'm talking about. Life is beautiful. It's like there's a Meat Beat Manifesto song called anyway, I forget which one it's called, but it's on the album Satyricon. And it says, how do you know you exist? Look and listen, and you got to think of the context of you in that unity, universal university. We got a bagel shop down the street. It's called Bagel University, and that makes me think of the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. And that's about the multiverses and like becoming the best version of yourself, and the growth of becoming the lower self to higher self. In a way, it's like the Matrix, but with even more heart. The Matrix had heart, but it's like Short Round from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, and he also played Data in Goonies. He's in it, and guess who got him the role? Because that's what he does. He's an agent. Chunk. Doing a truffle shuffle. Yep, yeah. Shuffle. Ooh, what was that? Anyway. The fireworks sure sound beautiful. Woo! So, we can make this interactive. So, I don't even know if I have any subscribers. It doesn't even matter. Like, if you build it, they will come. Kind of thing. And cornfields. Kevin Costner. Freaking. Oh. Waterworld. And The Postman, which was like Waterworld but on land. I like that kind of thing, like Road Warrior, like post-apocalyptic movies. What was I saying before that? I was gonna. Interactivity, interactions. So it's like, I am grateful for being able to have all these talents. Moon moth or hawk moth. Or no, that thing would have been that big. But he's a hawk moth, and oh, so okay, poetry, music, which you can catch some of that somewhere in there, and also on my other, I don't remember the password right now, and I just watched the one on TV, on the Roku, and I use Ryan blah 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 N13 la 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 and X and some for the phones, and then on the TV I just use Blues Armadillo. So there's a bunch of stuff on there, playlists of all kinds of music that I like, that I made videos for, music that I made videos for, and it's like all gifts, and I'm grateful to have it. But all you gotta do, look, anybody can do it. All you gotta do, look, you wanna make movies, watch bonus features. Why film school? I mean, yeah, maybe for the experience. But if you ain't got, if you're like, you know what I'm saying? If like that's not the situation, and you want to learn this stuff, look, man, bonus features, and just listen and look. And if you're watching a movie or listening to an album, just, well, you don't do what you want, but this is what I do. Ever since I got my first video camera in 2004, I would watch music. Oh, that's how they did that. Actually, since I was even before I had a video camera. But anyway, so like watching movies is like, how they do that? How do they do that? Oh, like Michael Myers coming down the steps in Halloween. Oh, that's backlit, so he's gonna look at the shadow. He's gonna look like his silhouette. But then if you put the light like under the face, like you done it with the flashlight, spooky tales, and spooky tales, and camera angles. Okay, lighting. Yeah. We no problem. Just experiment. Even with the cameras. It's what the Wachowskis did. They looked at everything from every angle, and it's like, that's a metaphor right there. So, camera angles. Yeah, so like if you put the camera like this, the person looks, is this light even on? No. Woo! Wow. Alright, you know what? Anyway, I'm just gonna roll with it. I guess I've been backlit this whole time. The light's got my back. Back to light. That's Bomb the Bass. Check that out. It's a good album, if you like. And then, bam! Yep. This camera is not bad for. Oh, they're still setting them off. I'm a dummy. Whatever. Set it off on the left jaw, set it off on the right jaw, set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. I only know that from Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman. Like, why don't you just jump off the roof? I don't want to, Mr. Clark. Just jump off the roof, why don't you? So you smoke crack? That kid was like 10. Or 12 or 13. Well, I can't say nothing. Anyway, those days. They're in the past. Learn from them. Boom. See? Pop. Pop, pop. Dum, dum. Bum, 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 bum. Dum, dum, dum. Tupac and Bone. This is the neighborhood. It's nice. I like it. It's not. Well, I guess it is my neighborhood. The universe at play. Wow. Check that out. Get some random color codes, not random. Well, random if you want to call them that, but hey, not random, but. Whoa. Hey. Got that in my ear, got it. Here we are. Here we are down in damn near the boonies. The shots are being popped off everywhere. And we don't know which direction to come from, so I'm behind trucks and oh, it's really bad out here, guys. It's like, come on, man. Hey, look. Walk out your door, take a walk around your town, your neighborhood. It might be rough. It might be rough. I mean, hey. But, hey man, it's not as scary as some would like you to think. It's really not scary at all. Hell, I was recently in Florida, and back to that. Recently in Florida, let me turn this flashlight on and do some of this stuff. Nah, that's all good. Anyway, I just like looking at it and listening to Oh, yeah, I was recently in Florida somewhere, and I left, and I just walked around, and because God, Spirit, God, the universe, whatever, tells me to do some crazy things, and I do them. And it always turns out okay. You get me? Hey. So, anyway, I go to, because I had been singing Bobby Darin, somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. And then, so I was out on the beach after I left the place, and and then, oh look, the ships go sailing. So that was a van or something. But oh, look, more lights in the green. Ooh, look at that. Oh. So I went to the cruise ships and I was like, okay, you got the Sky Princess and you got Disney Cruise Line. And I was just like, you know what? I feel like I'm about to get on this sucker. So I'm in line, everything's cool, everybody's all happy, driving out. Vibing out. Driving out, no, jive turkey. So what we did was, we were just, me and a bunch of people. And you ever get the feeling that everybody knows you? Or like you know everybody? It's freaky at first but it's actually really cool. Like a freaky flow. He's a good jungle DJ. Freaky flow. Actually, him and Jay Smooth from right in Philly, which is not far from here, they did an album together. That was good. Oh, so okay, it's getting down to the wire, and everybody's almost in, so it's like, oh, so I took a walk. I just had the feeling, let's go up here, and I found this really cool hallway that had the acoustics of a cathedral, and it was great. I sang something in there, I know that. And then I was like, thank you. And then I went on the roof, and you know, okay, I ain't worried about it, because this is how it is. I thought a lot of things. So I was like, oh, okay, let me go up to this rooftop. And I found a Walgreens receipt, and I was like, all right, I'll take this. And then I found an immemorial card, like, it was supposed to be like for somebody's funeral, but I recognized the dude from my Facebook that got hacked, but hacking was my fault. I was desperate for money because it was dark days. And yeah, one of those freaking money scams, I basically walked right into it, but it's whatever. It was kind of cool because I was having like a password with him. I kept getting a notification that somebody was trying to change my password, so I was like, oh, he changed it. And then I'd be like, boom, boom, before he could like totally, but then I was on the phone and he must have been on a computer. Whoever it was, they must have been on a computer. Or they're just really fast with their thumbs on the phone. And then, so then I took the memory card, had those rules on it. It's like, do everything 3 times. Do this, do that. Like, you know what I mean? Laugh often, that kind of stuff, but not different. But, same difference. I don't even like saying that, but same difference. And here the frogs, little peeper toads they're called. Some of them, the size of a thumbnail. Like you're like on a finger, like on a thumb, not like, because thumbnails can, anyway, they'd be different sizes on a computer screen. Anyway, so there goes some more. Prep. Oh, look. Oh wait, that's Halloween. This is 4th of July. Okay, so then I took that. It was laminated. It was like a really nice laminated in memorial card, and in memoriam. And so I took that and the Walgreens receipt and went to the ship. You know what I mean? Where letting people in, and I heard someone say in front of me when the guy asked them, he was like, "What's your room number?" And they were like, just for example, N23, and I was like, okay. So then when I get up there, I hand him the Walgreens receipt and the memorial card, but I put the Walgreens shit on top and I flipped it over where the barcode was so you couldn't see where it says Walgreens. And he looked at it and he said, "Oh, you must be crew." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So then I went down to where they let the crew in, which is where I was standing for hours, and after being outside for 3 days and pretty tired, but still running on spirit and physically tired, not spiritually tired or mentally tired, or emotionally tired either, but whatever. Oh, so then I go over there, and I knew already that it was going to like Honduras or somewhere, you know what I mean? And I was like, passport. But so then like I go, but I was feeling good about it. So what do we do? Oh look, here comes these guys. Hi, whoever they are. There's someone. And then what did I do? Oh, that's what I did. Um, so I go down there to where they let the crew in, and they're like, "Oh, your crew?" I was like, "Yeah." And like they're like, "What do you do?" And I put ran all my stuff through the security check, and then handed the stuff, and she's like, "Mm-hmm, what?" And then like, that's not really what she said, but I don't remember exactly what she said. But I remember this much. She was like, "Yeah, passport." "Oh no, you can't get on here." She's like, "Who told you to come in here?" I was like, "That dude at the other freaking door, or whatever. What do you call a door in a boat?" Anyway, a ship. Um, so she's like, "Nah, go back over there." All right. So, cause like I really felt, I knew, like in my heart of hearts, that I was just being told this is a test, if you want to call it that. It was just like, yeah, let's see how far he's gonna go. He went so far for all these shenanigans back in the day, and then yeah. So let's see how far I really go for the things I actually want. Ooh, that is the sky. Yep. Oh. Yeah. There you go. That was all zoomed in. Anyway. So, yeah, so I go back to the first guy, and I hand him the stuff again, and he's like, "Oh, they didn't let you in over there?" And I was like, "Nah." He's like, "All right, just go that way." So yeah, I'm on a ship. I'm like, so then I make it through 2 more security checkpoints, right? And then I get to a table, check, dude, and she's like, "Oh, what's this? You got a passport?" This and that. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, no." And the guy asked me my room number back when the second time I came to the door before he let me in. The dude asked me my room number, so I was just like, Z25, Z28. Isn't that a car? Yeah, I rock. Um, yeah, Z20 something. Who cares? I rock Z. I know that much. I said, and he was like, all right. Then he told me to go. So I make it through 2 more security checkpoints with nothing but the Walgreens receipt and the Memorial card that you from my Facebook. I remember he was like, bleh, like, he was all smiling. He's like, yeah, like, okay, I'm doing this. So then I get to that table and they're like, oh, okay. So he's like, what are you? And then I didn't know what to say. I'm like, well, and they asked me questions. I'm answering them. And you got a passport? I was like, no. And then the guy was like, wait, are you a contractor? I said, I'm an entertainer. Because, hey, at least I know I can entertain myself, family, and friends that I am right now can't be around just because, like the Dan Deacon song. My friend, different paths revealing something. Check out My Friend by Dan Deacon. It's really good, and you'll get it. Different paths revealing. So I gotta go my own way. I love them, but I love them from a distance. Anyway, hopefully they come around. When they come around Green Day, and then coming around the corner or they don't. Okay, so then I'm at the table, and then the dude hit once I told him I was an entertainer. He's like, all right, hold on 1 sec, and he walks away. And at the same time, the chick, she's asking me more questions, and then Broward County Sheriff's Officer comes over. Just think of like what's that movie? Brooklyn Lizard did it. Super Troopers, like that, but like the dude with the mustache, sort of taller, and then shaved head. And I'm like, he's like, what's going on here? I said, dude. I was like, sir. I didn't say dude, but I might have. I said, sir, God tells me to do crazy things and I do them. And he said, okay, let's go this way. And he points to this, the same door that I just came through at the time. And so, so we're walking out back to the security checks. Back, like, you know what I mean? Usually they're bringing people in, and we're walking me out through. And what happened? What was that? Anyway, so what had happened was, so the dude that asked me, you know, if I was a contractor, he comes back and he's like, hey, I think we might have worked something out. And I looked at the sheriff's officer and I was like, what are we doing? And he just kind of like the Bugs Bunny finger point like thing, like the way Bugs Bunny does it, like this. He does that towards the door. Maybe more like this, more authoritative, like this. Like, I don't know. Anyway, either way, he pointed at the door. Give me 3 steps, mister. 3 steps, mister. Give me 3 steps towards the door. And then he did ask me 3 questions. The ones they always ask when you do weird things and they notice. He's like, first of all, are you feeling all right? I was like, I feel great. I was like, I've been sober today for 3 months. Well, unless you count some boxing, it's only been 1. But that was his training wheels. And he's like, okay. So he says, good. I was like, so yeah, I'm clean. And he's like, yeah, good, stay that way. I was like, all right. And then he's like, 2, do you feel like hurting yourself? I was like, nah, dude, nah, I've been through all that. But nah, I'm good. He's like, all right. And he said, okay. And he's like, all right, but you know what? I'm just going to talk in this parlance because it's more comfortable right now. This vernacular. And what? So then he gave us the 3rd question was, and this is, hey, he's doing his job and he's doing it well at this point. And he's like, do you feel like hurting anyone else? And I was like, nah, man, you know what? I've hurt people in the past. I ain't trying to do it no more. I'm not that guy anymore. Everybody makes mistakes. And, you know, hey. I just recently learned the difference between guilt and regret. And not being hard on myself as much as I used to be. And I hope everybody out there, you know, is at that point or further. If not, hopefully you'll get there one day. I have faith in it. Oh. So, yeah, so he's like, okay, cool. And he's like, now, go down to 17th Street, make a right, and I know God's got something cool for you down there. I said, all right, cool, thanks. He's like, be careful, don't get hit with traffic or something. I was like, all right. So, bam, I'm crossing. They're like, oh, you can't walk that way. You know what I mean? They would have said that if they saw me because you probably shouldn't have walked. I shouldn't walk that way. And then, this isn't even live. And, like, I don't know why. I get nervous. I used to be on camera all the time. For, like, a few years there. Making stuff, filming. 24 hours of tape in 1 year. High digital 8. Boom. Right before, a few years before the first hard drive came hard drives when it came out. Anyway, so I go down to 17th Street. I make the right. I go down, to the corner. Now, here's the funny thing about this. I had been out for 3 days, and I didn't have my hygiene pack. You know, my hygiene stuff. So check out, I find brand new toothbrush, toothpaste, and half a cigar, which I at the time really needed. And then felt I needed. Take the edge off. Yep. And a bikini, which I was gonna go to the bathroom at the beach because I was doing like yoga on the beach, but like there were people around, so like I was super tired, but I was also pretending to fall asleep while trying to do a little bit of yoga and like meditating. Like I'm sitting there cross-legged, and bam, people like, and so I was gonna take the bikini and put that on in the bathroom, right, and put my clothes over it, and then just go out on the beach and just for a laugh, you know what I mean? Just to make people laugh. I like to see people laugh. I like to see people having fun. And come on. But I didn't do it because it was Sunday and there's a lot of families out there and kids, and and I didn't want to, hey, they're not in school at the time, so I didn't want to go doing that whole thing. They're out there enjoying themselves with their families, and I didn't want to confuse them at all or scare them or whatever. And it's whatever. It's like not. So so I immediately brushed my teeth as soon as I got that stuff. I was like, "Hey, look, that dude was right. See, just roll with it." And then there would be times where I was wandering around the city of Fort Lauderdale. And I don't know who numbered those. What? Do they not know how to use words in Fort Lauderdale? Like, okay, I know they do, but like, whoever made those street signs is like, we're just gonna use numbers, dude. We're not gonna name them after anybody. Maybe a couple, but no, most people are gonna use numbers, and it's confusing. So like, anyway, I got lost, and I get off, and I was like, oh, okay, please. I'll calm down. I'll take the anxiety levels down. Please help me. And then like, bam, I'm walking, and there's this duck. Now, anybody. Okay, I'm 40. Oh, I'll be 43 in a few days. Anybody around my age might probably remember DuckTales. Woo, that whole song. Every day they're out there making DuckTales. Woo, which is actually kind of like, I wouldn't call it a ripoff, but they definitely were inspired by and influenced by Hall and Oates. Bang, 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 hoo, 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 hoo. I think. I mean, music is cyclical like that. But still, it was around the same time, I guess. So, come on. They're like, we like Hall & Oates, check this out. So the duck, I'm walking past the duck right after I asked for help in finding my way. And he wiggles his little tail and he goes, bing, 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 like on the cartoons. But it was real. I saw it. And it was like, bing, 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 bing. It didn't make that noise, but it went like that. And then, kind of like this, the tail was like, where the hell? Oh, it was like that. So I followed it where the tail pointed me to. Bam, right on track again. And then of course, I hadn't eaten in like a day and a half or something. Not much, if at all. I got a supposedly Cafe Cubano. Yeah, Cuban coffee from 7-Eleven in that machine. I'm sorry, 7-Eleven, but I gotta tell these people, don't. Maybe you like it, I didn't. Go ahead and try it. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think, because I didn't like it one bit. And but it did the trick. You know what I mean? And but the taste of it was just. I don't even talk about it because it's gonna make my stomach hurt. And then either the next day or hours later, who knows the difference. And hour a day, or like Cheech and Chong. How long you been in Mexico? A week. A day. He's like, which is it, a week or a day? A weekday. It was like that. And then, what did we do? Oh, I said, help, I'm lost again. I know. And then, out of nowhere, pops a duck. Like, I look over and there's a duck. I just saw that corner and there's no duck on that corner. And then I look over and there's a duck. And this one, I was like, all right, duck, which way? And I know what I saw. And it just stretched its neck out and pointed that way. Like, I would have to make a left from where I was standing, and it just pointed for it. It was straight. It pointed straight, and I followed where that beak was pointing me. That beacon. Oh, and then boom, right on track. And then this is where the whole thing with the street numbers comes in. It's like, okay, you got 23rd Street. You're walking down 23rd Street. And then all of a sudden you're at, it was really 23rd Street. I was trying to get to 22nd Street, but yeah, you want to talk about the labyrinth? And I didn't have no headphones, so I couldn't be rocking no David Bowie. What else? Me Beat, none of that. Aphex Twin, Venetian Snares, Saul Williams. Come on. So that's kind of like gets the juices flowing and allows me to concentrate better. Like, turn the music down, you're driving. It's like, what are you talking about? I need to turn it up. And yeah, so you go down 23rd Street, then you get to 21st Street, going this way, and then so you go that way, make a left, make a right, whichever, and then you'd make another one. Then oh look, then here's 23rd. Here's 22nd Street. Okay, cool, I'm on the street. Nope. Then you go down and it's like 10th Street, and then you walk over, and then oh look, there's a 23rd Street again, and then it's just like more numbers than that. So just imagine like if these streets were pi, like pi. For real, if streets, it was like pi. So I was just going through an infinite number generator of street signs, or an infinite street sign with numbers on them generator. I don't know. I could get stuck in that loop all day long and keep saying those words over and over, but I'm gonna stop with street sign with numbers on them. And so hey, later. All right. And the bombs burst. Can we stop having bombs burst in the air? I mean, everything is as it is, but does it have to? I'm not gonna go get no political, but it's like really not. It's just really humanity, like the Perfect Circle song "Annihilation" on Emotive. Dehumanization through arms production for the benefit of the nation, or hasten towards its destruction. Power, the law of the land. Those living for death will die by their own hands. You know what I mean? It's like no judgment, but